Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Please, like the video and share your thoughts. In the comments, your feedback helps. Make the content better. The bedroom door groaned at 3:17 a.m., like a secret that refused to stay hidden. I sat on the edge of the mattress, my phone glowing in my lap, still open to the message that had detonated a decade of my life. Meet me at the lake house. Same key under frog, with a red dress. Sent at 2:41 a.m. from Mara to someone named Jay. My wife, Mara. The red dress, the one she had promised, was only for our anniversaries. I stared until the letters blurred, until the room spun, and the air tasted sharp and metallic. 10 years of marriage, 2 miscarriages, 1 mortgage, 1,000 small kindnesses. Gone, all in a single blue bubble. I didn't yell. I didn't fling the phone. I locked it, set it face down on the nightstand, and walked barefoot to the kitchen. The tile burned my feet. I poured a glass of water I didn't drink. Then another. My reflection in the dark window looked like a stranger wearing my face. Mara slept in our bed, one arm draped over the pillow I used to occupy. Her breathing was soft, untroubled. She had come home at 11:30, kissed my cheek, said the hospital had held her late. I believed her. Believing was easier than the alternative. And now the alternative was here, wrapped in her perfume. I opened her laptop on the counter, the one she never locked because we kept no secrets. The email tab was still open. I told myself I was just checking her shift schedule. I lied to myself like she had lied to me. Folder, old photos, subfolder, Lake House 2023, 37 images spanning 3 weekends. Jay was in every frame, tall, dark-haired, laughing in ways Mara hadn't laughed with me in years. Her head on his bare chest in one, his hand slipping beneath the red silk in another. My stomach folded in on itself. I slammed the laptop shut. The noise echoed like a gunshot. Upstairs, the mattress creaked. David, her voice floated down, sleepy, concerned. Everything okay? I couldn't answer. My throat had turned to stone. Footsteps creaked down the stairs. She appeared in the doorway, wearing my old Columbia t-shirt, hair tousled, eyes squinting against the under-cabinet light. You're up early. It's 3 a.m. Nightmare, I said. I looked at her. The tiny scar above her left eyebrow from the ceiling fan incident, the freckles across her nose that deepened each summer, and felt something harden inside me. Something like that, I said. She reached toward me. I stepped back. Hurt flashed in her eyes, real or rehearsed. I couldn't tell. Talk to me, she whispered. I opened the laptop again, spinning it toward her. The lake house photo filled the screen, her mouth on his collarbone, his fingers tangled in her hair. The color drained from her face like water from a stone. David, don't. My voice cracked like ice. Don't call me that. Not like it still belongs to you. She sank onto a bar stool, hands trembling in her lap. It was a mistake. Stupid. Selfish. How long? Silence. Mara, how long? 7 months, she said. 7 months. While I picked up extra shifts to pay for fertility treatments. While I held her after our second loss, promising we'd try again. While I slept beside her every night, believing the distance was grief. I laughed, a sound like ripping paper. The red dress, I said. You told me it made you feel beautiful. Turns out it just made you feel wanted. Tears streamed down her cheeks. I was drowning, David. We stopped touching. You stopped looking at me like I was what? Mine. I interrupted, gripping the counter. I looked at you every day. Cooked your stupid lasagna. Held your hand at every ultrasound, even exhausted. Don't you dare put this on me. She flinched. I'm not. I'm trying to explain. Don't. Explanations are for people who still have a marriage to save. I walked past her up the stairs. She followed, voice breaking. Please, we can fix this. Counseling, anything. In our bedroom, I pulled the suitcase from the top shelf. She froze as I filled it with whatever my hands touched first. You're leaving, she said. Not a question. No, I said. Zipping the bag. I'm blocking the door you already walked through. She grabbed my arm. David, I love you. I looked at her hand, then her face. Love doesn't send sex at 2 a.m. Love doesn't lie for 7 months. Love doesn't make someone feel like a ghost in their own bed. I gently removed her fingers. You wanted your body off limits to me. Fine. Consider mine off limits to you. Indefinitely. Her sobs were raw, animalistic. I left before they could reach me. The driveway glimmered with frost. I sat in the car, engine idling, staring at the sage-green house we had painted together. Every window held the life we'd built. I turned off the headlights, killed the engine, and cried until my ribs ached. At dawn, I drove 2 hours north to my brother's cabin. No signal, no neighbors, just pines and silence. I left my phone in the glove box. 3 days later, Mara's text finally came when I stopped at a gas station. I'm sorry. I ended it with him. Please come home. I'll wait forever if I have to. I read it once, then deleted the thread. Blocked her number, her email, her everything. Not out of spite. Survival. Some doors, once opened, can't be closed without breaking the frame. I stayed at the cabin through Thanksgiving. Chopped wood until my palms blistered. Cooked for one. Learned the rhythm of my own heartbeat again. One night, below zero, I built a fire and fed it the old love letters she'd written me in grad school. Paper curled, blackened, floated up the chimney like dark snow. The ultrasound from our first pregnancy, the one that didn't stick, I held back. Some losses aren't for burning. I slipped it into my wallet. Winter melted into January. I took a contracting job in the next county, rented a studio above a hardware store. The landlord offered 2 keys. I said one was enough. Some nights, I walked the frozen lake behind the cabin. The ice groaned beneath my boots. I thought about forgiveness, about whether love could seal a wound this deep. I thought about the red dress in the closet. I no longer opened. One night, I dreamed of Mara at the edge of the ice, arms outstretched. When I reached for her, she dissolved into snow. I woke gasping. Some ghosts only visit to remind you they're gone. Spring arrived with mud and thaw. I drove back to retrieve my tools. Mara's car was in the driveway, curtains drawn. A for sale sign wavered on the lawn. She opened the door before I could knock, thinner, eyes rimmed with violet sleeplessness. I kept your coffee mug, she said finally, the chip blue one. I nodded. Keep it. She stepped aside. The house smelled of lemon polish and absence. My recliner was gone. The Machu Picchu photo, too. In the bedroom, the red dress lay across the bed like a corpse. A note on top. I burned every memory of him. This is the last one. Do what you need to. I carried the dress to the backyard fire pit, doused it in lighter fluid, and watched the silk ignite. Flames devoured it, leaving black lace and ash. Smoke carried a faint perfume and the finality of everything. Mara stood on the deck, arms wrapped around herself. I start therapy tomorrow, she called. Individual. No couples, unless you ever want to. I met her eyes. I hope you find what you were looking for. Tears fell silently. I loaded my truck, closed the tailgate, and drove away without looking back. The rear-view mirror showed the house shrinking, the fire pit smoking, the for sale sign swaying in the breeze. At the stoplight, I rolled down the window. Spring air flooded the cab, tasting like pine sap and second chances that belonged to someone else. I pressed the accelerator. The road stretched ahead, empty and wide. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I let it ring. Some blocks are permanent. Some doors stay closed. And some mornings, you wake grateful for the mercy of a heart that finally protects itself.